Sometimes you want to start something and you have a plan drawn out and everything. Then it's time to put it into effect. And then it's time. You're running on a schedule and now it's time to do the thing and whatever it is you're doing. And then something goes wrong at the last minute. Well, that's okay, because life is like that. Life doesn't always go according to plan. And sometimes things goof up, but it didn't knock you off. As long as you are doing the best that you can in your life, you're not being knocked off the road. No, you're just standing still. You took a hit, but you're still on the road, And you just have to shake it off and say, okay, what the hey is going on here? And examine the situation and start learning from it and make the best out of it that you can. And once you do that, you're still on that road. It's just that you're learning right now. You're taking a little pit stop. And you're learning. And you're going to get knowledge and wisdom from this. And those are blessings. And then as you do this, whatever emotions came with that experience, they're neutralized. And peace comes in yourself. And then before you know it, you're further on that healthy road than you thought. As you were learning and making the most of the situation, you're traveling on the road. You're not even aware of it, but you're moving. And you're in the right direction, and you weren't even aware of it because you were learning. And once you come out of it, you're like, oh, look at where I'm at. Look at the people that I'm meeting. Things like that. That's how life is. So that's why sometimes things don't go according to plan, but don't freak out. Just make the best of it. So here we are. Ta-da! Anyway, in the beginning, there was only one Wakantanka organization, and there were 8 people in it. One of them was the Earth, and she had like a best friend. They were like sisters. And the sister's name was Unk. Unk was younger. But the Earth was very tempestuous. She really had a temper. Remember, this is the beginning. Okay? This is the beginning of the Earth. So she's still really young. And she's very temperamental. And you think about the development of the Earth, it makes sense. Because that's how it was in the beginning. There were always volcanoes blowing and earthquakes and all these kind of things that were happening. So it makes sense. She was tempestuous. And she was jealous of Unk. And so the jealousy got so bad that she threw Unk into the water and told her to stay there. And at that time, the Earth does have more power than Unk. Now, these 2 ladies were members of the first Wakantanka. Unk didn't do anything wrong. So, after Unk was thrown in the water, she was hurt, she was crying, and then she got angry because the other members of the Wakantanka didn't do anything to rectify the situation. So she became angry. And now she's on a new path. And now she wants to cause trouble for everything. She wants to cause problems. She wants to cause contention. She wants to make it so that people are disturbed, that people are always nervous, uneasy, scared at what's going to happen next. That's what she wants now. Because remember, she's seeking revenge. So there was a time period where the Wakantanka, remember I said there's 8 of them at this time. And there was a time period in which they created beings. Some of the members of the Wakantanka are the sun, the moon, the earth, Unk, the blue that you see in the sky, that's Shko, that allows for life to move, Tate, the wind, Eon, the mountain, and Wakion, the thunder being. So these are the 8, the first 8. And they created beings. For example, the sun creates beings that live in the fire. Wakion creates more Wakion, more thunder beings. But you kind of get the pattern here. Remember, Unk is in the water. Now, at this creation period, remember, she's angry. She wants revenge against the earth. So she decides to create all kinds of creatures that can live in the water and on the earth. And she puts her revenge energy into these creatures to cause trouble for the earth. And they're all kinds of shapes. And she's just angry. So she creates really funny looking things. Just goofy. That's why when you see things in the water, they're strange. Anyway, she creates all kinds of things, and they're all sizes. Some of them are gigantic. They're giants, and they go on the land, and when people started coming on the earth, the giants could eat a whole village. They were really just troublemakers. And there's lots of Lakota stories about these creatures. They're called Nkjehi. The really small ones that you can't see, these are microorganisms. Because the description is really interesting. And then when you look at these things under a microscope, it matches the description. So we had a word for that. You can't see them, but yet we had a word for it. So Unk creates these things to cause trouble. So millions of years passed, and the earth developed into a grandmotherly woman, and Unk also developed into a grandmotherly woman. But Unk wanted to stay in the water. She didn't want to leave. She found a new home. So as a result, she created the second Wakantranka. So this is where the second Wakantranka is born. And there's lots of members in there too. That's another organization. Her group is not better than the first. The first is not better than hers. They just work differently. See, she was in development just like the earth was in development. Now today, both ladies are grandmothers and they get along. So it's not a battle anymore. So Unk realized that in the water there's so much beauty. It's a whole nother world there. And they needed somebody. The people in the water, they wanted Unk to live with them. They grew to love each other. So she wanted to stay. She didn't have a desire to come back on the earth anymore. Because what she grew to love was, this was her home. So she doesn't have these feelings of contention anymore. And the earth also grew up, and she's motherly, grandmotherly, and so is Unk. Unk is also motherly and grandmotherly. So these Nkjehi creatures, now they act on their own. They're not under her command. But you just try to make the best with what you have. What Unk was doing was she had to release those emotions of being thrown in the water. And then she realized it was beautiful down there. And she decided, I'm going to make this my home. She made the best out of the situation. And it turned out better for her. So now she's the leader of one of the Wakantranka groups. So what started as being thrown in the water ended up her becoming a leader of one of the Wakantranka groups. So when somebody does something against you without just cause, It's only natural to want justice. And when you don't get it, taking revenge is not going to work. So you have to try something different. And that's what Unk did. And the result was she ended up in a better situation than she was before.
Unchila Unk is our grandmother who lives in the water. And we are connected to her through our bodies, as our bodies are over 60% made of water. So when we sing this song to her, we're honoring her and we're giving her thanks. And like I said, our bodies are over 60% water. So this is the reason why we can sing this song anywhere. Everything needs water. Water is life. That's Mniwi Choni. Water is life. So everything needs water to live. So when we sing this song, think of all creation. Plants, animals, things that move and grow, the winged, all creation. That's Wamakashka. All Wamakashka needs water to live. So we can sing this song to live. And since your body is over 60% water, when you sing this song, it can help you feel better too. So you sing it to honor her and you feel better. Okay, let's go through all the words in the song. Unchila means grandmother. Unk is the grandmother who lives in the water. Unshimala means have compassion on me. Chiyuoniha means I honor you. And again, Unchila means grandmother. Unk is the grandmother who lives in the water. Wichoni means life. And Wakan is sacred moving energy. The next line, Mni, is water. And the way you say that is really quick, yeah? It's Mni, not Mani. And some people will say, Mi, Ni, We, Choni, and that's not right. Okay, it's Mni. Try to say that. Repeat after me. Mni. One more time. Mni. Very good. And again, we have the word Wichoni, which is life. And this is a very common expression, Mni Wichoni, these two words. Mni Wichoni means water is life. Next word, He. This means that or it. And Mayaku means you give me. Pilamaya means thank you. And yellow is a sentence ending that normally men say. However, in singing Lakota, the rules are a little bit different than speaking Lakota. Because when people sing, they sing together. The idea is that when men and women are singing together, they sing each and every syllable in the song together. It doesn't mean the women are less than. It just means they are singing together for each note. The whole idea is to make music together with each syllable. However, when a woman sings this song by herself or in a group of women, then she will sing yeah instead of yellow. And hey is a vocable. So, now let's sing this song together. Uchila unk, ushimala, chiyu oniha. Uchila unk, ushimala, wichoni waka mni wichoni hemayaku pila maya yelohai uchila unk ushimala shiyu oniha uchila unk ushimala wichoni waka mni wichoni hemayaku pila maya yelohai uchila unk ushimala chiyu oniha uchila unk ushimala wichoni waka mni wichoni hemayaku pila maya yelohai uchila unk ushimala chiyu oniha uchila unk ushimala wichoni waka mni wichoni hemayaku pila maya yelohai. I encourage you to sing this song and teach it to others. And since all creation is connected to each other, and inside of ourselves, everything is connected there too, we can influence healthy living everywhere. And that can influence peace.